straight in?
Yeah.
Okay. You walk ahead. You pass by these just crowds of people. Pass by the juggler as you make your way under the cast iron roots that are sort of reaching down. Although they are too tall to even like brush the heads of any of the dwarven people that are walking around you, it does like come close to catching on your hair. These root system.
I don't notice.
Okay, you don't notice. Unfortunately, it doesn't snag or anything. And you walk straight ahead into. I specified before what each of the paths went into. I don't remember, other than it's either the left one or the middle one. You go into one of those in the direction of the foundry. The ground as you enter is well worn, but the sides are all like they feel very natural, very like rough hewn, and there's some torches spaced every once in a while as you go, but they're fairly spaced fairly far apart. And although it's kind of hard for you to see, none of the other people in the tunnel seem to be much bothered by it. Maybe that's because they've just better vision than you. Maybe it's because they seem to have walked this path many times on the way to their foundry jobs. As you are continuing along, though, you see a split in the road, in the tunnel, and off one direction, you can sort of smell, you can smell heat, you can smell fire, fuel, things like that, sulfur off in one direction, and then off in the other direction, you see some folks walking towards you who are definitely not dressed as if they had just left some foundry work. Or mining or anything like that. Presumably that is the direction of the sounding stone. You take that turn, continue along for a ways until the tunnel opens up into a large space, and you find yourself in a very massive domed room, domed cavern.
Is that where what's his face had the fight?
Who? Where Lore had a fight?
Yeah, with the animals?
No, that would be at the top of Mount Rena. This is inside of Mount Rena. Good callback though. Sam is posing and voguing right now. So in this large domed room that you are standing in now, as you walk in, you see a booth off to your side, a sort of desk space that has a dwarven woman standing behind it, and then you see a long line of people, and this line of people are heading towards the center of the domed room, and in that center there is a dome of stained glass. Various oranges and yellows and reds, and as the door to this stained glass room opens up, you see this intense blue light shining from inside.
Kind of like an LED light from your phone.
Kind of like an LED light from your phone, yeah. The person standing behind the desk, she turns to you and says, "Excuse me, ma'am, if you're here for the sounding stone, then come this way."
Oh, yes. I'm here for that for sure. Thank you so much.
Okay, by the way, this is just for you. Hosalda would have given you like a note or a ticket giving you like access to this because it's a fairly like restricted thing generally.
Okay, so I've got my note. I've got my little note, holding it in my hand.
So come this way, yes, please. Do you have any sort of promissory notes, payments, anything like that?
I do. Right here, ma'am. I've got it for you right here, and I like slide it to her with enthusiasm.
Okay, let me look at this. She picks up this note very, very gently, just with like one index and thumb on one corner, index and thumb on the other corner, picks it up, looks at it. She taps with her pinky a little magnifying glass like that snaps over her glasses.
Ooh, very
and
cool.
She looks over
I'm
it.
looking very fascinated at her tools, and I'm like, that's cool. I want one.
It's presumably like not super necessary. I mean, as far as you could tell when you were looking at this note before, there was nothing particularly special about it, but maybe there's something that she can recognize that you can't. I don't know. Oh, okay, yes. You'll have free access to the sounding stone for 10 minutes.
I thought it was the sending stone.
I don't know.
I don't know. For the sound, I think it is the sending stone. You'll have free access to the sending stone for a 5-minute message, if you like. There will be what's the word for a person that like works on phone, who worked on phone lines in like the 1920s? Operator. There'll be an operator on the other end who can relay your message to whoever you want in Cirque. So just feel free to let them know.
Interesting.
Yes, it's very interesting.
No, this is me saying interesting.
Okay.
No, me, Sam saying.
Sorry. I meant that was me. I just couldn't break out of the voice. Okay. There'll be an operator on the other side. Is this your first?
Interesting.
Was that you this time? Was that you, or was that her?
No, I think you're hiding something. I think there's a clue.
Okay.
You're not gonna give me anything?
Is this your first time using a sounding stone?
Yes. I mean, yes, ma'am, it is.
Oh, okay. Well, all you're going to have to do is wait your turn in line. Then when you get to the front of the line, the door will open. You'll be allowed in. The operator will start the transmission. You will be given 5 minutes. If you would like the operator to step out, you can, I suppose. That sort of thing. And then you will be allowed to speak to the other end. And that's pretty much it.
I look over at the line and I see how long it is, and I get excited because I like long lines.
As you look over to that line, and you start to walk in that direction, there's this is actually one of the first places where you've seen, besides a couple of random shopgoers and like one of the buskers in the circle from earlier. This is the first place where you've seen some people that weren't dwarven, and you walk towards this line, and as you do, you hear a voice from the sort of front middle of the line. This must be the worst run business I have ever seen in my life. This is what happens when you have a monopoly. God. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? And you see this figure that's towards the front of the line, gesturing towards the people on either side of them. I can't believe I'm having to wait this long. This is ridiculous. I just can't. I can't stand it. Let me actually retcon. I'm going to say that this person was not near the front of the line. They are right ahead of you in line.
Good, because I wasn't going to talk to some random person in the middle of the line.
Yeah, I was like, this doesn't make any sense for me to have that. And then they turn as you walk up. Can you believe how long this line is? It's taking so long.
I know, isn't it wonderful?
What? I
Long
can't.
lines are just room for opportunity. You see, with a long line, anything could happen.
I suppose. Is that a chicken?
Yes, this is Feather. Feather, and you are?
My name is Durham.
Hello, I am Leslie.
Hello, Leslie.
Leslie Chinope.
You're not from around here, I can tell. Maybe Three Brothers, Cirque, something like that.
I've been living in Cirque recently, but I'm from a small town just outside of it.
Oh, what's that town called? I ask because you didn't actually say last episode, and I want to add it to the map.
Oh, did I not say?
You didn't say, actually.
Really?
Yeah, we have the opportunity to give a name.
Crumbs.
Oh, I like that a lot.
It's for a town called Crumbs.
Crumbs. Very good, very good. So what? They turn.
As you're saying this, I'm going. I have in my pockets. I'm pulling out in my pockets some like cheese that I wrapped and some crackers. It's my line. It's my line waiting cheese.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I give some crackers to Feather first, and then I'm like, cracker, cheese.
Not now, but thank you.
You'll want it later.
Possibly, I guess. If this line keeps up, and they as they say that, and they're like, they turn from you and like are gesturing wildly at the line, which is still, it's moving at a decent pace. Like, it's not taking forever. But as they do that, they look towards the person that was running the front desk, and they just don't get any reaction. So they turn back to you and say, "Well, what brings you to our fair city?"
I'm on an important book-finding mission. Well, not really book-finding, but more like book transporting.
Book finding, eh? Oh, really? What sort of books do drive your interest?
For me, all sorts of books. Any type of book, really. But I really love the type of books on history and science and magic and cooking and agriculture. Oh, all sorts.
Oh, well, oh, really? That's wonderful. You know, roll me an insight check real quick.
Okay, +3. Okay, come on, Dice. Come on, Dice. Be good to me. Be nice to me. Don't be assholes. 5.
You aren't going to notice anything on top of what I am going to, you know, what you, Sam, picks up on.
My dice hate me.
You're welcome. Did you add anything to that?
I did.
You sound so defeated. Well, that sounds remarkable. Where are you said you were delivering books? You're picking up books? Are you a salesman? You're transporting.
Books.
Oh, where are you taking? Where are you getting these books?
From the lighthouse.
The lighthouse. Oh. Mm-hmm. So you're friends with?
I'm eating my cheese.
You're friends with Professor Tucker then?
Newly made friends. I just met him this morning. He's such a nice, kind, intelligent man.
Yes, very kind, very, very intelligent. Very smart man. I love that guy. How close are you to Professor Tucker? You've known him for a long time? Maybe?
Ty, I literally just said I met him that morning.
You met him this morning? Oh. Wait, okay. Well,
Pay
was that me forgetting?
I'm saying.
Was that me forgetting, or was that Darren forgetting?
Yes, that was you forgetting, Ty.
Why not both?
Because you were working on the accent, and you were so focused on it that you weren't paying attention to what I said.
Okay,
I know you.
Oh, well, this morning, okay, you know, I've been a long time, I've often been friends with Tucker. We haven't talked in a long while,
Hey Ty, can my chicken roll an insight check?
Sure. Your chicken, Feather, sort of gets up next to your ear and says, "Quack."
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Feather, I should let you know, rolled very well.
I know. I caught a lot of meaning from that. Clock. What's it called?
Cock-a-doodle-doo?
No. What's the name for the sound that chickens make?
Cock.
Cluck. Clucking.
Cluck. Thank
That's
you.
the word.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I read a lot of meaning in that cluck.
Good. They rolled 17.
So much better than me.
I know, so much better than you. Well, you know, I'm actually in line right now to make a request to Cirque about some books. But if you're friends with Professor Tucker, then perhaps you could get me some books.
What kind of books?
Oh, one of your specialties, actually. You mentioned magical things, and I'm looking for magical information. There's been some. Well, how have you heard any rumors from? You're from Cirque, so I feel like you would have heard rumors about things that are going around in the South. Have you heard anything about Have you? How should I?
I'm still just eating my cheese.
Yeah, I imagine this. You are just like smiling, just kind of like happy, standing up very straight, like not nomming on your cheese every once in a while, feeding it to the chicken. And Dara, meanwhile, just has this look of just like, how do I phrase this right? How do I play this correctly? Just like very like on edge. Very different feelings right now. So, have you heard anything about like dark magics or like skeleton people while you've been down there?
Have I?
History check, I guess.
Hey, Dice, don't be an asshole.
I can't think of anything else that it would be.
Tell the dice not to be an asshole.
Dice, don't be an asshole. I'm watching you, Dice. Freaking watching you.
I fell. Oh, 19 plus 5.
You have indeed heard rumors of this, and not only have you heard rumors of this, but you have heard rumors of this from a couple of members of the from a member of the Congress Monastery who has a membership at your library, someone that you trust. So as far as you know, like, there have been verifiable sightings of animated skeletons to the south of you, of Cirque.
But do I believe it?
That's up to you. I'm just saying that he asked if you had heard of rumors, and you were asking if you had heard of rumors. You have not, like, I don't know. I can't answer that for you.
Well, I feel like Leslie's not very religious at all. And I feel like if she heard, like, a religious person being all like, I saw skeletons, she'd probably be like, is that metaphorical?
Okay. Fair.
I haven't heard so much of rumors per se, but I know that a lot of those churchmen have been all worked up.
Yes, well, so I was looking to put in a request to get some information about, to get some books sent up here, regarding related topics. If you catch my meaning? If you could do me the kindness of, procuring one of those books from Professor Tucker, a related thing, then that would be wonderful for me, because I then wouldn't have to wait in this horrendous line and wait like weeks for it to show up.
Well, see, the thing is here, Leslie wants books to be treated well, so she's a little nervous, but also she believes in public libraries and sharing of learning. So I feel like even if she's getting the heebie-jeebies from this guy, she's probably like, no, you should not judge a person that you do not know. Do not judge a book by its cover, you know. And so she's probably like, oh, well, yes. So then she turns to him, she's like, yes, I think I could help you. I could help you. At least I could try to help you.
That is wonderful. He just does like a short bow, then reaches out his hand to shake on it. I would greatly appreciate it, because I just can't. You clearly are not bothered as the same way, but I can't handle all of this. By the way, the line has continued to move at a reasonable clip. Although you were given a 5-minute window, most people are only staying in there for like 30 seconds to a minute. Like, it's not like a long wait.
Oh, I'm not worried.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like he is being a little ridiculous in wanting to, like.
Is he gonna give me like his address or something so I can find him?
Yeah. So he goes to, after he gives you that quick bow, he starts to step out of the line, like sort of ducks underneath a rope or something that is demarcating the line. He reaches over it and shakes your hand. I greatly appreciate this. Whenever you can get it, he takes out a piece of paper and scrawls the title of a couple of books, along with a couple of authors' names, and he says, "If you could get me either of any of these 3 books or anything by a related author, even, I would really appreciate that. And if you could just deliver them." You seem like a person of learning, a person of history, so you could just deliver them to Derma Lodge. I'd really appreciate that.
I nod, and I take it.
Thank you kindly.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. And he shakes your hand again, and then he bows, turns quickly, sharply. His robes sort of like swish around him, and he walks out of the Sending Stone amphitheater.
I'm done with my cheese and crackers.
Done with the cheese and crackers. So we see the scene of Leslie chatting it up with various people in the line as it slowly moves forward. And over the course of maybe 20 minutes to 40 minutes, somewhere around there, probably closer to like 40 minutes.
Ooh, could I have been making my bike?
You were looking over the instructions. I completely forgot about this bike.
I have not.
Okay, cool. You've been looking over the instructions, reading it, so that you'll be better at it when the time comes. And you just sort of like have this bag of like pieces, like sort of sitting on the ground next to you.
It's a backpack.
A backpack sitting on the ground next to you, and you just move forward every once in a while.
Hello and welcome to Side Trivia Quest, a special sponsored segment brought to you by Flying Crow Coffee. Flying Crow Coffee, super fresh coffees roasted in tiny batches. Today we're joined by our old friend, Eli. Say hello, Eli.
Yo, what's up, Grumples?
I'm doing all right, but anyway, we gotta get on with the ad copy. Are you ready for your question, Eli?
Absolutely not.
Great. Your third question of Side Trivia Quest. What air conditioning unit does Ty have installed in his apartment?
Trick question. He has a fan with a bunch of ice cubes in front of it.
I think we're gonna give that to you. He does indeed have a Gumway 6700 installed, but it is non-functional at the moment, and he is using a fan with some ice cubes. Very good job, Eli. Congratulations. You have won Side Trivia Quest.
Woo!
Thanks again to Flying Crow Coffee. Make sure to use the discount code SEQ10 at checkout to let them know we sent you, and to get 10% off a single order or off your first subscription order. Fly to them. Yes, fly to them at flyingcrowcoffee.com. Back to the show.
As you approach, you eventually. Do you think that when you get to? So this is me asking you out of character or out of podcast. When you get to the sounding stone, do you want to, or the sending stone? Do you want to like actually act out like sending a message, or do you just want to say like I send a message to tell? Because like I'm fine with just sort of like describing what it looks like. And then saying, you can just say like, I send a message, and then we go on to the final scene of this.
Yes, but I'm curious about like how the sending stone works. So can I roll to like try to figure out some like math, like some secret, like how it's working, like to try to understand, maybe even if I don't get the whole thing of how it works, understand some piece of the magic.
Yeah, totally. So eventually, though, you get to the front of the line, and the doors to this stained glass dome that's in front of you is closed. After maybe a minute or two, it opens up. A dwarven woman steps out and makes her way past you and out of the space, and the operator inside waves you inside. How do I want? What should I make their accent? Welcome, madam.
No, do a Carson accent.
Well, this is not a good Carson voice. I'm trying to find it.
No, it's not.
No, but it will be distinct enough to serve the purpose of this random throwaway character.
So you step in, and the operator is a half-elven man who is standing very, very upright, very tall, towering over all the other people that had come in here. He is standing next to this massive, glowing blue crystal, very, very tall, very very crystalline. I said it's a crystal, so yes, of course. And there's tons of etchings around it, and the metal around it, and the light of the blue is reflecting against the stained glass dome that is surrounding you. And he greets you and welcomes you. And, all right, welcome. You'll go in here, stand right here, and he directs you to a particular spot in front of the sending stone. And when you're ready, you are going to place your hand right here. Speak your message. It will be picked up by the operator on the other side. They will let you know that they're listening, and they will inscribe your message, and then you can make your way out. If you'd like, I can step outside. Up to you.
Oh, that's fine. You're welcome to stay.
Thank you.
You notice that he has a small desk inside next to you with a bunch of writing implements, paper, and stuff, sort of looking like for when they are on the receiving end of messages.
Like a secretary.
Basically, yes. So go ahead when you're ready. Go ahead and place your hand on this mark and send your message.
Before I do that, I kind of like bend down. I look around the stone. I'm kind of just like,
Okay. Okay. Madam, do you have any questions? What are you?
I just find this so fascinating.
Oh yes, the sending stone is quite a magnificent piece of arcana. If only we could recreate it.
How do I know about the history of the sending stone?
Roll me a history check.
I went behind the thingy.
Rude.
No, good.
You don't know? Yeah, not good.
It's 7 plus 5, so.
It's like 12.
Yeah.
You know it's very old. You know that there's basically two. There's one in Cirque, there's one in Mount Rena. There was rumors that they were that they've been found in other locations, but those are the two that are most commonly used. But that's pretty much all you know.
So this stone, it was found, not made.
Yes, it's as old as Mount Rena itself. It's as far back as knowledge goes.
He kind of like straightens up as you're talking about the thing that he is in charge of. Like he takes some pride in this, you know.
Yes. It's something that our best arcanists, our best earthmancers, wizards have never been able to recreate, sending messages over vast distances. No one's been able to break maybe 200 yards other than this one stone that can send a message instantly to as far away as Cirque, or we were even, he leans in close, we even almost had a connection going with a small swamp town, Flughaven. But that did not pan out.
And was the stone found here in Mount Rena?
Yes, ma'am. It was found in Mount Rena many hundreds of years ago. Some say that it might have been part of the reason why people decided to stay here. The fact that the fact that this is a location where we can ensure instant communication, it keeps this city alive.
And so if something were to happen to the stone, you would be able to fix it, right?
Well, I don't know that we would. Nothing's ever gone wrong in the past.
So she looks a little disappointed, I think, because not like visibly so, but like in her heart, because she was like, oh, I wanted this guy to know, but it looks like nobody actually knows how the stone works, or like.
Yeah. No one has. Oh, sorry. I suppose you need to. I suppose you need to send your message. We have people online. Professor Tucker of the lighthouse, he might have more information about the history of Mount Rena and of the stones if you would like to consult with him later.
Oh, I definitely will. He's a very good friend of mine.
Oh, perfect. And he nods his head and gestures towards the pad where you're supposed to place your hand. And then he goes and sits quietly behind the desk.
Azza, can I roll to see how much I figure out about the magic of the stone?
Sure.
Because I'm gonna try to understand it. I mean, I might get nothing, but I'm gonna try.
Okay, do an Arcana check.
16.
16. I don't know what type of magic this would be. I think in the 8 schools of D&D magic, I think the closest thing it would be like divination, I guess, because you're sort of like divining what is happening in one location at the same time as another. You kind of piece together like, okay, I know this isn't necromancy, I know this isn't evocation, I know this isn't abjuration.
Well, I could have figured that out.
Yeah, like there's all of these different things that you can tell. Like, there's no way it could be any of these things. So, like, the only thing that really makes sense would be that it would be divination related. Just a second. What? That doesn't make any sense.
What?
Apparently the spell message is transmutation magic, which seems not, that doesn't seem right to me.
Well, because you're not telling the future.
I suppose.
And maybe it's like you're transforming like airwaves or something.
I guess. So yeah, I would say that it's seems to be a combination of various, maybe like a combination of transmutation, and like it just makes sense to you that it would be.
Do
that.
I notice if there's anything like etched into the stone?
There appear to be. Okay. I will give you this. There appear to be symbols etched into the stone, that into the crystal. That, despite the fact that this crystal seems fairly chaotic, like it's not perfectly regular in shape. There are these crystals that seem to be channeling the arcane energy of this into a sort of central point in the crystal, focusing it in a very specific way. It's not something that you can really like. You don't really understand exactly how it's working, but
can I tell if it's like man-made, like if someone made the etchings?
Yes, you can tell that it is definitely something that was specifically crafted. The stone itself appears to be natural, but the etchings appear to be crafted and appear to be trying to sort of like manipulate the natural forces of the crystal. You're making a face at me.
I'm thinking.
Okay,
I send my message.
Okay. And you basically just like, what do you do? Just tell me what you send roughly. Like it can just be like, I send my message to Osalda.
I tell him like I'm excited. I tell her that I'm making all these new friends, and that I'm very excited to get to work, and that she picked the right person. I'm gonna make her proud, and
I'm sort of imagining that like you start off with like
all business-like, and then I get
business-like, and then it just sort of like rambles into this, this sort of like fills up the entire amount of time that you had, even though you were basically saying something that could have been said in like 20 or 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But after some amount of time, you feel a light hand sort of tap your shoulder, and you turn and you look, and the half-elven man is standing there. Madam, I believe it's time for our next guest.
Oh, I believe you are right. Time just flew.
Yes, and you hear as you lift your hand away, coming from the sending stone, the words "message received," coming from the other side.
Message received.
You don't actually have to. Well, madam, you don't actually have to send that back to that. It's just okay. Well, you have a lovely day. I've really enjoyed our conversation today. And he gestures you. You wave at him. You just waved in real life. Okay. And you head out.
Can I build my bike now?
I'm gonna get to that. After sending her message back to Halsalda, confirming that she is doing a grand old job, that she's met Professor Tucker, and that everything is going swimmingly, we see Leslie sitting out in that main courtyard space. She has started to construct her bike in the middle of everything, and at first, like, there's a few like frustrated people just sort of like walking around trying to get around her, but then you like maybe 20 minutes later, there's like one or two older dwarven folks sitting down next to her and helping piece it together, get all the chains and gears and everything all pieced together, and eventually and pretty quickly they have it all working. It's all great and grand and pieced together. What does your bike look like?
Like a bike?
Like, is it one of those bikes with the big front wheels, or is it just like a regular old 2-wheel bike? Is it a fixie? What's going on?
It's a nice bike.
It's a nice bike?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, it's a bike.
It's a bike. It's an old-fashioned,
It's
but
late, so
but
I can't be creative.
Okay, we're getting to the end. It's a old-fashioned, new-fashioned bike. Bike with a pretty standard, maybe like a Schwinn, one of those banana stick bikes. Anyway,
I ride it to the lighthouse.
we see Leslie riding.
I
her.
have a basket for the feather.
Oh yeah, we see Leslie biking down the main street. Very courteously, she'll just be like ringing a little bell on it every once in a while, so that people jump out of the way. And folks do. Some folks jump out of the way a little bit. Like, this is a new contraption in this area. Haven't seen one of these before. Eventually, she gets to the end of the street, goes out of those main gates, and gets onto the craggy mountain roads leading out to the lighthouse. After a while, after a bit of a trek, where she largely was having to haul this bike next to her with Feather sitting still in the basket.
No, she would have biked.
It's a mountain trail.
It's a mountain bike.
Sit closer to the mic. You are so far from the mic right now.
It is a mountain bike. She's biking.
Okay, fine. She's going down the mountain bike. She eventually, however she gets there, we see Leslie approaching. It's gotten to be fairly late in the day. The evening is fast approaching. She sees this ancient structure with a lattice work of glass at the top, a light spinning slowly, casting this beautiful cascade of colors across the fog and across the cliff face behind it, and onto the mountainsides nearby. At the base of this lighthouse, we see a small stables. We see a pen of goats, and down a ways, back behind the lighthouse, Leslie sees a small pillar of smoke. What does Leslie do?
Does it look like the type of smoke that like something's on fire and it's bad, or somebody has like a campfire?
Roll me a survival, I think. Survival's for like tracking and stuff, so I feel like that's applicable.
8.
You weren't sure. It is small. You can tell that. Like, it's not like a building is on fire, but it is beyond that. You can't really tell.
I guess I'll investigate. I guess, I'm personally not a very curious person. I would just be like, nah, man. But I feel like Leslie would be curious.
Okay. So Leslie, you ride up to the lighthouse on your bike. You maybe set it nearby the stables, hop off, and then walk past the lighthouse.
Do I have a place for Feather to be?
Yeah. There's like the little gated in area where the goats are and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, you set Feather over there.
So Feather is safe.
Feather is safe. And you head out behind the lighthouse, and you see that small pillar of smoke, maybe another football field away, walking over this rolling, rocky terrain. There's snow on the ground in spots. It's still fairly cold for you. And as you crest the top of one final boulder, you see the source of the pillar of smoke. You see a small campfire with a goat roasting and a tall woman, massive, muscular, imposing, with green skin and covered in blood. And she sees you. And that's where we're gonna end for today. You're just like paused and looking at me. Well, thank you, Sam, for joining us today. How are you doing? You have a good time?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you being here, and I really appreciate the Scavengers Network for having us. If you enjoyed this show, please just send us a review or something.
Wait, did my unicorn thing happen or no?
Not only did it not happen, it's probably been relegated to the bloopers. So listeners, go check it out there for the unicorn thing.
Oh darn.
Oh darn. Well, thank you.
I'm glad that Feather is safe.
Feather is safe. I care more about Feather than I have about any NPC that has ever shown up in this godforsaken show. Well, thank you, listeners, for checking us out. If you've had a good time, then leave us a review or something. Maybe go check out the scavengersnetwork.com and check out some other shows on there. Sam, do you have anything you want to plug before we sign off?
No.
Okay. Well, this has been Ty.
Sam, I am.
And with that, I think we were going to pitter-patter,
Pitter-patter, pumpkin patch.
Pitter-patter, pumpkin patch. We're going to pitter-patter on out of here.
Pumpkin patch.
Pumpkin patch. All right.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. It's so hard to just end on that. All right, let's go ahead and stop our recordings.
Oh, wait, where's the button?
Thanks to the Joy Drops for the use of Not Drunk as our intro and outro music. Find them at thejordrops.com. You can find us at sidecharacterquest.com, at SCQ Podcast on Twitter, or by email at sidecharacterquest@gmail.com.
The Scavengers Network.
Creator-driven,
community-focused,
treasured content.
Do you wish your life was a little more spooky?
Well, what the heck? Hello, everyone. My name is Jordan Reed.
and I'm Lindsay Reed.
And this is Spooky Spouses, a podcast about ghosts and stuff.
Tall tales.
Although we went to dinner last night and you told the lady on our wait list that our name was Cradge. Was it Cradge?
Creepy cryptids.
There.
Or Pizza Rat. Pizza Rat is pizza and a rat.
Yeah, it's double delicious.
He's a rat with pizza. It's like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Thank God there hasn't been a corn dog rat.
Or you'd be eating that
I think,
rat.
you know what? I think in my defense, if someone was like, you ate a live rat? I'd say, well, it was holding a perfectly good corn dog.
Monstrous goofs.
Well, you could probably just put a video because like our tombstones will probably just be like videos replaying. They'll be like memes or GIFs.
Yeah.
Our tombstones will probably just be gifts. when we
That's one of the coolest things you've ever said.
A spooky spout.
Sorry, there's something stuck in my throat that whole time. Spooky Spouses, a part of the Scavengers Network and VidiSpace. New episodes every Monday, wherever you get your podcasts.
This can all just be bloop stuff.
Oh my god. Oh wait, no. Let me just practice this real quick. No, I can still hear you. I can still hear you. I just you won't be able to hear me. Well, hello.
Rude?
Well,
I
can't
think your
believe
accent
this.
is bad. Whatever it is you're doing, I think that it is bad. I think you're doing a bad job.
Precisely, Master Thomas. Hello, hello.
It's not Master Thomas.
This is me just finding my voice.
Listeners, we've been watching Downton Abbey.
We've been watching Downton Abbey.
So Leslie, at that point, heads out of.
She skips out. At this point, there is a unicorn that comes out from the trees, and the unicorn looks very serene, very calm, kind of pink. I don't know why, but I feel like it'd be kind of pink. And the unicorn sees Leslie on her bike and decides that this is my friend. This is my kindred spirit. And the unicorn starts galloping next to Leslie. And Leslie's like, hello there, friend. Hello. And they just ride off into the sunset together.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Hello. I want to come up with something clever.
Okay, come up with something clever.
And then you'll cut, and then it'll go straight to the clever thing that I said. Like I said it automatically without thinking.
Yes, but then I'll put this part in the bloops.
No.
No?
What's something clever?
And this has been. This has been Ty, and this has been Sam.
Sam, I am.
Yeah. This has been Ty, and.
Sam, I am.
Sorry, I said that in a weird way. You go ahead and say that again. Give me a clean.
Sam, I am.
Good.